One thing I wanted to do that I wanted to touch on, which I touch on with my team a lot, Scott did in the beginning. A lot of questions that come up when we talk is why am I not getting to sit? Why am I canceled? Why are my sits canceled? Why am I constantly rescheduling? Well, first thing I asked them, well, how was the first impression? Well, they asked me, well, what do you mean first impression? First impression was our CIT. Did he make a first impression? Did you make a great first impression? Did you make a great first impression? And that's the key, because that's where the trust is built, is the first point of contact, not the second, not when we get in the door. Because once we get in the door, we build on that trust that was already built for us. That's why they're getting canceled. That's why they're getting rescheduled. People can't say no to you at the door, especially if you talk them into it. There's a difference. My point is, to a lot of my CITs and consultants, I tell them, listen at the door. They have something to tell you, but we want to rush through our pitch so quickly for some reason it doesn't make any sense. You're not conversating. It's a conversation at the door. It's not a sale. You're not selling nothing at the door. You're selling an appointment. You're selling American Solar Direct. You're not selling the solar system at the door. You're building the trust, you're building the value. You get us in the door to do our job, and we will build on top of that trust, on top of the value you've already built for us. So one of the things I found out going out with the CIT is, out of nervousness, they just go ahead and rush through it. They're scared. They're scared. Is this going to be a door I'm going to get slammed? The door's going to slam in my face. What we call it, DIF? Door and face? Well, you know what? I encourage them. I want you guys to have 3 DIFs. Right? Because if you're going to have a casual conversation with them, they still slam the door in your face. What can you do? On to the next. Do your job the next same way, nothing changes. People say something, and they will tell you exactly why they didn't like the last person at the door. If we're trying to be different, we can't be the same 300 that ran through their pitch without letting them get a word in. They're tired of it. Like you said, say hi. How are you doing? Hey, I was just happened to be back in the neighborhood. There's a reason why I'm here. I'm not here just because I was driving and I picked your neighborhood. I'm here, we have a customer down the street, right? Talk about the customer a little bit. Build the rapport at the door. That's my key. Because I bang my head on the desk every time I see a sales support email that says, rescheduled, canceled. Right? I'm thinking, oh, we got 11. Got 11 going in tomorrow. I wake up in the morning, there's 3. So I'm sitting here and thinking, like, what's going on? So I come to the kickoff and said, well, how was the first impression? Because you are our first impression. You are the brand. Right. We wear American Solar Direct on our chest, so be different than the solar season. Like, hey, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah. And the example was, I had a CIT that ran through it. There was a couple times I wanted to slap him in the hand, because he wants to say something. He opened the door. Guy first thing he did is open the door and said, hey, I don't have time on a phone conference, blah, 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 blah. I thank you guys for stopping by. I'm in your business. And he just kept going through the pitch, and the guy says, I'm really busy. I got someone on the webcam. So, right? So he asked, okay, just real quick, what do you pay? What's your bill? You know what? I don't want to give that info right now because I don't want it everywhere throughout the neighborhood. So I stopped and I said, you know what? I said, I apologize. Just out of curiosity, I heard you say you're in our business. Well, guess what? That opened the door to a conversation that lasted 25 minutes. He was no longer, I don't stay on there for 25 minutes. The CITs don't do that. But it did. Because it was something he said that if the CIT had heard it, he could have turned it into a conversation. So guess what? The guy not only went back into the house, he brought all his bills out.
Oh my God.
When he didn't want to tell us, he had a 5-minute conversation. He said, I have someone waiting on the phone. I have someone on conference call. I'm busy, I'm working. But just saying something so simple created a conversation. And then turned out that we were actually in the same business in real estate. Went so far back 10 years ago, we knew the same people. We started talking, we got the appointment. But as we left, the CIT goes, I didn't even know he was in the business. I go, because you didn't listen. Right? You ran through it like it was a race. It's not a 30-second pitch. It could be a 3-minute pitch. It could be a 5-minute pitch. It could be a 10-minute pitch. But it's a pitch that's going to get us in the door, right? So if I could, if anything, like I said, I wasn't prepared, but I was writing notes. I'm like, I heard what Scott was saying. I was like, that's right. That's the key. It's not about what we could do at the table. It's how can we get to the table.
Amen, bro.
That's key, right? Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
Right.